Hello, my name is Cheryl Spangler, and welcome to the Good Side of Real Estate. I might even post this on my Good Side of Crypto channel. And today I might as well, it's the 12th of December, 2023, do my annual lessons from 2023. I started doing this a couple years ago in December. I always have these reflective look back on the year moments like, what did I learn this year that I am either not going to do next year or that I really, really am compelled to share with people. And so some of this might be repetitive because sometimes we learn the same things, but in a different way every year. Do you ever find that? So I have 3 lessons that I learned in 2023 that I want to share with you. Lesson number 1 is that you only need to be one step ahead of someone in the same journey that you're going through in order to share and teach them. And I wish that people would realize that they could actually be going through the exact journey of someone else and also be sharing with them and teaching them. And I say that lesson because you don't have to be 30 steps ahead of everyone in order to go teach them what you know and help people. The overarching theme of 2023 going into 2024, well, I'd say the rest of your life would be to help people. But one of the ways to do that is to take something you've learned and experienced and share it with people. Now, whether you share it for free or share it for money is your choice, but you only really need to be one step ahead of someone in that same journey in order to actually really, really impact and help them. And actually, if you're at a 30,000 foot view of something you've experienced and it's like something you did 10 years ago, sure, it might be real, clear in your mind to be able to share that with someone. But honestly, people who just go through things are really the people who need to share the most. And they're the ones that share the least because they're like, well, I only know these 3 things more than all these other people. What in the world could I share with them that would be of any value? Well, more than you think, You know every intricate detail. The experience is fresh. The emotions are there. And I think that is when you need to share. Whatever it is you're thinking, whatever you've experienced this year, share it, even if you are only one step ahead of the person doing the same journey. I would say lesson number 2 is that there are no shortcuts and that this is for a reason. There are shortcuts in marketing and digital and all of the business. In life, there are no shortcuts, and that is for a reason. And here are my thoughts on that. You might ask for something that you want, whether it's a relationship, business related, or a goal you have in life, or maybe it's something that you want because you absolutely hate where you're at in life, whatever. And somehow you ask for this thing and you get the exact opposite. And I have come to learn, and this is not just this year, it's every time, that everything you ask for, 2 things are going to happen. You're either going to get it. Well, first of all, most people don't even know what they want, so they don't ask, right? Ask and it is given, right? If you ask for something that you know you want, one of 2 things will happen. Either you will get that very quickly, like it will manifest into your life, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like when I finally decided what I wanted, I can't believe how fast it came to me, because you were in alignment with the thing that you wanted. Or the second thing that would happen, option number 2, is that you ask for something and you get literally the polar opposite. Why is that? It's because you are not in alignment with what you want, but you put it out there that you want it. And in order for you to get from where you are to where you want to be, you have to go through this struggle period. You have to hit rock bottom in that particular area. I'm not saying your life is going to hit rock bottom. I'm saying that sometimes you either get what you want because you finally decided and wrote it down. Please write it down. Or you get the opposite. because the opposite will actually drive home the skills you need, the mindset you need, the worthiness you need to feel, and everything that goes with it in order to get truly into alignment to receive what you really want. And then you will finally get it, because you'll be like, you'll know exactly what you don't want, even more than before, because you might be wishy-washy. And then you'll know exactly what you do want. So you will either get what you want when you declare it to the world knowingly and you feel it, or you will get the opposite. But do not take that as something negative. Your thing that you want is still there. You're still going to get it. Okay. That's what we really got to remember. It's just that you're not in alignment with it. So it's going to give you the opposite. So you can get real clear about what you want and don't want, and learn the skills and whatever's needed to get you up into alignment with it. And then it will come into your life. And that sucks. That is a sucky feeling. But I've always said, like, I don't mind as many failures as I've had in life, because I know, looking back, and if you take 5 seconds to look back, you will realize that every single failure has literally an amazing thing that has come around the corner. Okay. Some people just wallow in it for years, and they just basically, this is what I'm telling you not to do. I'm saying that wherever you're at in life, if it's where you don't want to be, it's because you're not in alignment with what you really truly want. And in order to get there, sometimes life, God, Allah, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will give you the opposite, to teach you lessons, to give you skills, and to get you into alignment so you can receive it. That's number 2. Okay. If you guys have a lesson as you're listening to this that you want to drop a comment, please do that and tell me what is something that you have learned. What is a lesson this year? And maybe it's like the 10th time you've done this lesson, and this again this year, you've learned it again, but a different way. I would love to hear what that is. The third lesson, and when I'm done with this third lesson, I'm going to pretend I'm Tim Ferriss for 1 second. Okay. The third lesson is you are capable. I guess the lesson that I learned is I am capable. You are capable. Meaning, this has literally been a year of scams. Not that I've fell trapped to scams, but people around me, the world, just the financial, the crypto, the personal, the online, you name it, they're scams, right? But you are capable, meaning you do not have to hire some proclaimed professional for every single aspect of what you want to do in life. You can go on YouTube and learn it. You can read a book and learn it. You can take a course and learn it. If there's something that you're thinking, I need to hire someone to do this for me, first, just for a second, first, say, can I learn this on my own? You are capable, no matter how hard you think it is, you are literally capable of learning anything. You could become a financial wizard. Yes, even if you're behind and literally in deep piles of debt, you could become a financial wizard. You are capable. Question is, are you going to do it, or are you going to hire someone? And I'm not saying not to go hire professionals. I'm saying that there are many, many times that you might think you need to go hire someone to do something for you. And then you hire them, and it turns out you spent a bunch of money, and it's like, literally, you could have done that yourself. But you don't know it, and you don't believe, and you don't think you're capable, so you hire them, or their marketing's good and you hire them. And I'm just saying that lesson number 3 is you are capable to literally learn anything and do anything. And if there's something that's not worth your time, then hire someone. But definitely do your background research on absolutely everyone. And if you're hiring me, do your background research. Here, we're going to play Tim Ferriss for a minute. And if you're not familiar with him, he's got one of the largest podcasts and blogs in the world. He always does this thing where he's like, what am I reading? What am I this? Here it is. And this is me giving you my Tim Ferriss. What am I reading? Well, my daughter gave me a book that I am continually reading and rereading, and it is called The Art of Invisibility by Kevin Mitnick. And this book, I have made more side notations, more marks with pens, more highlights, more tabs in this book than any book that I have read for years. And I still need to go back because there's an endless list of more than 100 things I learned in it. The Art of Invisibility is literally about your online presence and being invisible and your passwords being hacked. It's all about not being hacked, not being visible. And I'm not saying I'm trying to hide things, but you want to display what you want people to see, or you want to protect yourself. So I do have a few things actually I could list off, just a few things that I learned in this book. Just I'm planning to do an entire podcast. I'm sorry. Yeah, probably a podcast or YouTube video on this book, The Art of Invisibility. And I would just say a couple things. One, you know what? I'll just keep it for the video. There's too much. It would basically be too much. Okay, let's talk about what I'm writing. Okay, that was what I'm reading. This is what I'm writing. What I'm writing is, for the first time, I've decided to write something that is not nonfiction. Yes, I do like the real world. In fact, I watch reality shows. That's probably my favorite because, frankly, the real world and people and their crazy stuff is more interesting than stuff the movies, boring stuff the movies can make up. But what I'm writing is a fiction adventure romance novella. If you're not familiar with novella, it's called Kindle novella. And it's where you have this idea to write a novel, but you don't want to write the whole novel because it may not be good. So you basically you go to you type Kindle novella, and it's like little novel. It's little excerpts. It's a chapter in a novel that you post and you write, and then you see what people's feedback is. And then based on whether they like it or not, you decide whether to continue on with that topic or that thing. And so it's called Kindle novella. And starting one, I'm not going to post what the name of it is yet, but when I get an episode or two out, it's a romance fiction adventure. What do you think about that? All right. So what am I watching? Well, I'm watching more learning YouTube videos, less TV, and specifically obsessed with Dr. Tara Swart. And she is a neuroscientist, and she has all kinds of interesting things. Like if you want to make an emotional connection with someone, basically you need to look from your right eye to their left eye. And that is something that triggers their comfort level from birth, and lots of neat stuff. She's like amazing. I could literally listen to her for hours. And so now, who am I interacting with? Well, right now, I'm focused on interacting with people who are doing the thing that I want to do, but that scares the shit out of me. This is something I highly recommend. It's comfortable to constantly hang with people that think you're doing the amazing thing, but I would challenge you to try and hang with mostly people doing the thing that you want, like the thing that's on your goal board. If you don't have a goal board, make one. The thing that's on your goal board that scares the crap out of you, go hang with people doing that thing already. And literally so fast, it'll level you up and you'll be like, why was I ever scared of doing this? So that's what I'm doing. And that's who I'm interacting with. I'm sorry. Now, what am I doing in 2024? I would say the biggest thing would be I'm going to be doing more of what I love to do, but instead of for free, for money. I would recommend this for everyone. Do what you absolutely love, do more of it, but do it for money, and figure out a way to do it for money. There is a way. There's always a way. And last two, my goal for you who's listening to this right now or watching this right now is to make 2024 the year that you scare the shit out of yourself by doing what is uncomfortable over and over and over again. Because one thing that COVID did is it made us more introverted, more at home, whether you're working from home or whatever. And it's like, it's literally been a couple of years, and some of us like aren't fully back. We're not fully out. And so we have to do things that make us very uncomfortable over and over and over. And very quickly, you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. I don't know why I was scared of doing this. And that is my wish for you. My goal for myself is just to help more people. in all seriousness, help more people. Every single thing that I mentioned, every lesson that I talked about, everything about putting content out, everything about my goal for 2024 is ultimately about helping more people. And sometimes just sharing is helping. So what do you guys think? Drop a comment, drop what you're reading, what you're writing, what you're watching, who you're interacting with, what your goal is for 2024. And let's see what everyone has to say.